Hey gang, Scott here. Quick tip for you about getting depth in your landscape photos when you're doing your first basic adjustments. Just starting off, getting your tones right. Your black point, white point exposure, maybe a little bit of curves work. Flip the photo into black and white, work those sliders, and then go back to color. I'll show you what I mean here. This is a perfect example, a photo that I want to get real good depth in. I want to make sure that this peak on the left-hand side is really moving forward, and then that background is staying in the background. And so in Lightroom, I'm just going to press the V key and switch to monochrome. That just changes the profile. I'm not going to do this as a black and white photo, although looking at it, it's kind of cool. But here is where I'm just going to start working on the tone. And auto is looking good, but I want things to be a little stronger, a little more texture, a little more clarity, probably some dehaze for the background, but not too much. I do want that background to retreat. And then for tone, I'll use the picker here, and I want these whites here. I want that snow to come up, but I want that background to stay down. You can see how that tone curve is just, it's a classic S curve, but I'm using the tones in the image to help me out there. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. This is coming forward. The other thing's going backward. Maybe I want to bring the exposure up a tiny bit here. And then I'll hit that V key to go back to, Adobe Color. And here I can go to my different profiles. But I've done the depth work in black and white just to get color out of the way, work the tones, get the tones right, get the feel of the photo going, and then I can continue working in color. I know I got a lot of On1 users that are in the audience. You can do the same thing in On1. Let's go through it. So here I'm in On1 Photo Raw, and the moral equivalent would be for me to take saturation, bring it down to 0, and then hit the auto button. Although I do this in reverse, and you'll see why in a moment. When I hit auto, it also does the automatic for color, which in this case I want that saturation to be down here. So to start from the top on that, how you do this, let me reset those settings, hit auto, take saturation out of the way, and then go into effects and grab a curves filter. So here's curves, and I'll do the same thing you saw before. I'll get the picker and I'll grab in that snow. In this case, I'll push it up a little bit and just a little bit, grab the picker again, and then in those shadows there, start to pull those down. And I'm getting that depth here. Now, if I'm working in On1, I go back to color, and where you saw me use clarity in Lightroom, I'll be using dynamic contrast in On1. That's a go-to there. And honestly, after I'm done on Lightroom, I usually bring things into On1 and use dynamic contrast anyway. But that's the technique. It's flip the photo into a black and white view. So you're getting color out of the way temporarily. So you can really pay attention to, where are your darks? Where are the shadows? Where are the highlights? Get those balanced. You'll get more depth in your landscape photo as a result. Then move back to color and do the rest of the work that you would normally do for the vision you have for your photo. Hope you found the tip useful. Questions, drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.